a lot of the stories about, say, Anne Bonny and Mary Read came from there, and Blackbeard, and
Who's
all
Anne
that
Bonny?
Anne Bonny and Mary Read were two of the only female pirates. And
that's kind of neat.
Yeah, there were a couple of them. Yeah. They're the two main ones that most people think of.
How'd they get out of the drawing room? How'd they get out of the slums? What happened?
Anne Bonny, I think, she was married to a guy and got tired of him, and she ended up down at the pub and ran into Jack Rackham, Captain Jack Rackham.
Okay, that's a great name.
Oh,
Jack,
it's a good name. Actually, his Jolly Roger's the one I'm wearing on my shirt.
Oh, okay.
With the skull and the crossed swords.
Wait, did Jack Rackham make up the skull and the crossed swords?
This particular one, yeah. Everybody kind of had a different Jolly Roger.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after you tell me about the lady pirates, I would like to hear the history of the Jolly Roger.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And so she met Jack Rackham, kind of fell for him, and women were generally not allowed, not only on pirate ships, on any ship, because they were considered bad luck on a ship.
Well, I would imagine it would be bad luck to be out at sea for 3 months and to have one woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That would be bad luck just by a numbers game.
Yes, absolutely.
Unless that woman really wanted to get laid a lot.
Right.
Yeah, that's
even then the fighting was just over the top. So
would have been
said no.
Crazyville. Yeah.
Yeah. They also said no little boys. That was the other, the no.
Oh, that was another one.
Yeah.
Because you can take advantage of tiny people.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was actually written into the ship's code.
Okay.
You could not, no women, no boys.
Okay.
And so Jack Rackham.
Everybody had to be big enough to defend themselves.
Right.
What I think was the deal.
Yes.
It had to be a consenting crew of,
Yes.
I guess we're doing this.
Yeah. Whether the crew was actually consenting to be there or not, which, was always questionable.
It's always,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they kind of hooked up. He took her on the boat. I don't think she ever did the dress as a man thing, which Mary Read actually did, but they were an item. And I don't think they ever actually got married, but they were an item. And then Mary Read showed up. Mary Read was dressed as a man. They brought her on as a man. There's not a lot known about her backstory,
But
really.
she was on their crew?
On their crew.
Okay.
So, I can't remember exactly which way the infatuation went, but either Anne was falling for Mary or Mary was falling for Anne, not knowing that Mary was actually a woman.
Okay.
And so she was like, by the way, I'm actually a woman. And they were like,
to the disappointment of the 32 gentlemen on the ship,
Yeah, right.
the 2 women were like, oh, we're going to hook up.
Yeah. So they still managed.
I'm sorry to be quite so amused by
No,
that.
that's hilarious. It's hilarious because it seems so modern at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Which proves, of course, that there's nothing modern about it.
Right. And so eventually they all got captured. Jack Rackham was not a terribly successful pirate.
Oh, really?
They all had very short career spans anyway, but his didn't last long. He was originally part of Blackbeard's crew and shot off from there and did his own thing. But Mary Read and Anne Bonny both pleaded pregnancy at the trial.
There you go.
They said, we're pregnant. And so they were convicted as pirates, but they couldn't be sentenced to death because they were pregnant.
Right.
And then
finally, the abortion laws come in.
Yes, and then they both split town as quick as possible.
They were like, look over there.
Yeah.
I think the baby's coming from that direction.